Here we go. As Juan Crookshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking in for a daily Move Swiftly thought, giving you a perspective on teamwork you will not get anywhere else, where we are we're not teaching you to rise to the occasion, but we are teaching you to fall to your level of preparation. Fall to your level of preparation day in and day out. How do you prepare? All right, so the news this week have been two kind of, one's an up-and-coming superstar kind of in his prime. The other one is sort of getting to the past his prime phase, and someone that it takes a lot for me to speak negatively about. That person is Stephon Diggs. Mr. Stephon Diggs, White Oak Warrior, Good Counsel Falcon, both my alma maters, Maryland from the DMV. He's royalty out there, so it takes a lot for me to say anything negatively about anybody from the DMV. And to be honest with you, today's Move Swiftly thought isn't necessarily about him directly, but about the fact that he's in the news because of some yacht party that he was on, and the news has broken that he's been dating Cardi B, rapper Cardi B. And it's always kind of newsworthy stuff when, you get the NFL star and the rap hip-hop mogul or whatever it is, and they're dating and they have the celebrity relationship. And then also the other one, Anthony Edwards, who got eliminated, it was my nephew's guy. My nephew's pick to win it all, the Minnesota Timberwolves. They got eliminated by the Oklahoma City Thunder, and a lot has been made about Anthony Edwards, Anthony Edwards, or Ant-Man, they call him Ant-Man, not being as distraught about the fact that he went out, and, there's been talk about him not being as hungry. He don't want to be the face of the league, all that jazz, right? So it brings me to today's Move Swiftly thought, because I thought, and I'm one of the people that do listen to Whitlock. I do like Jason Whitlock. I like the fact that he keeps it as authentic as he possibly can. Sometimes it does, I do get you kind of can see a pattern of his where he's going out of his way to call out black people and call out, black people who are on some bullshit, which I like the fact that he does that, but I don't like it to where you're going out of your way to do it. If it's blatant and it's one of those things where, hey, it's blatant, this black person needs to be held accountable, I'm all about that. But I don't like having to go out of my way to do it, which is what you kind of can. His pattern has been like that. That's what his pattern has been. Overall, I do listen to him pretty much very, very frequently. And he made, as he was addressing the situation between Ant-Man and Stephon Diggs, he made a point that I want to re-emphasize. He made a point about, chasing greatness versus chasing happiness, pursuing something that's going to be great, pursuing the greatness, the legacy, the thing that is not going to be comfortable, that's going to be challenging, that's going to be really, really hard, versus pursuing what's going to make you happy. What's going to make you happy is what is in the moment. What's going to make you happy is the comfort in the moment, being comfortable in the moment, creating this comfort zone in your own moments that's going to make you happy. But there's a big difference between what's going to make you happy and what's going to make you great, which is why the thumbnail is what it is today, where, when it comes to a lot of the situations I'm dealing with in this very moment, this very, very moment in my life, this very juncture as I'm approaching another summer out here in South Florida, grinding, getting it, putting in my work, doing what I have to do with both my business and the school I teach at, as things are continuing. The podcast is growing, YouTube channel is growing, the interviews I've had, the people I've connected with from the network, and all the stuff that's progressing in my life. I am constantly facing the decision about, hey, how do I make sure I'm still in alignment with the greatness I'm chasing versus chasing the happiness? Because the happiness is more on the personal end. The happiness is more on, okay, let me just go and go out tonight, even though I know I can't afford it, even though I know it's irresponsible of me to be partying, get some yacht on South Beach, get drunk, all that stuff. Even though I know it's irresponsible for me to do that, that's going to be happy in the moment, right? So that's what made him bring it up. So I'll tell you two moments that taught me that chasing the greatness is actually worth it. Chasing the greatness is worth it because you will not be liked. You will have to let some people go. You will have to move forward. You will have to, be very stubborn and be very stuck in your own place and have it to where you have your alone time. Was when Ray Lewis Ray Lewis's last game, which was a Super Bowl victory, and then LeBron James coming to the Miami Heat and winning 2 championship rings. Understand, these are two people that I just mentioned that were hated. They were painted as these villains in sports. There was a point in their careers that a lot of people saw them as very negative people for negative role models for young people, negative in terms of what happened to them. Well, Ray Lewis in particular, he was dealing with his case, his legal situation. LeBron, he was being called selfish. He was being called, LeBrick. He can't hit shots in the fourth quarter. He's a traitor of Cleveland. All sorts of nasty names were associated with those two. And they went out, they got their championship rings. Their multiple championship rings. They didn't just do it once, they did it twice. In LeBron's situation, he did it 4 times with 3 different franchises, and that proves that their greatness is still there. So I challenge you, I encourage you all to figure out how you continuously can chase greatness. All right, happiness, it's all about other people. It's all about comfort zone. It's all about things that are going to lead to comfort in the moment, but it's not going to lead to the long-term results that you're hoping to get. And not to say that those things aren't necessary, and there's pieces of your life in which you do need to be happy in the moment. I'm all about happiness in the moment, laughing, having a good time, going out partying, going watching comedy, and I love stand-up comedy and all that kind of stuff. There's a time and a place for that, but you have got to make sure whoever you're dealing with, whatever the situation is with, and I'm not just talking romantic relationships, I'm talking about just personal people in your life. You got to make sure that they are holding you accountable and that you're continuously chasing the greatness, because that's what's going to be worth it. That's what it's going to be about, right? So, and that's what you're going to be able to look back on your life and say, that's what I've actually left. That's what I've actually produced. That's what I've actually done with my dash, right? Understand, we got 2 dates. We got the day we were born, we have a dash, and then we have that date that we're no longer here. It's up to you to figure out what the fuck it is you're gonna do in that dash. And if you're gonna just spend time in that dash, just being fucking happy and not chasing greatness, shame on you. You gotta fucking figure it out how the hell it is I can continuously be great, because that's gonna be something that lasts long after your dash, long after your date, long after the date that God gives you to no longer be here. After that date, that greatness that you put out there in the world, that's what's gonna last. Not how fucking happy you were, not how you felt on some yacht, not how you felt in some party, not how some mushy situation cuddly situation that you may have with some significant other. Everything's gonna be about what greatness did you leave behind in that dash, all right? So I know I got a little fired up on that one. It's the sun, it's a beautiful day out here in South Florida. So I got a little fired up on that one. I got a great day today in terms of just catching up on some work. It's a great topic coming up next week. So enjoy. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the channel. We come at you every single day, multiple times a day. So just keep on getting it. As one main website, however, to check out to dive deeper into all my work, MakeYaMove.com. That's MakeYaMove.com. One-stop shop for all your teamwork and your self-development needs. As one Crookshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker checking out. You guys continue to move swiftly. We will talk more soon.